Good morning, students. Welcome to Agriculture Vision. We are having a class of Rajasthan history. In previous class, we have studied about Sisodia dynasty of Mewar, and only one ruler was left. That was the last ruler of Sisodia dynasty, Maharana Bhupal Singh. What was the name of last ruler of Sisodias of Mewar? Maharana Bhupal Singh. Maharana Bhupal Singh, his ruling period was 1932 1947. Okay, May 25, 1930. What was the major events, or you can say important events during his reign? Reign was 1932 1947. So, first one was May 25. It was May 25, 1930. What was the event? Bijolia. This was the date. Okay, he started his rule. After that, Bijolia farmers movement, Bengu. These were peasant movement, or you can say farmers movement, Bengu movement. Okay, establishment of Mewar Praja Mandal. During whose ruling period Mewar Praja Mandal was established? He was also Bhupal Singh. Establishment of Mewar Praja Mandal. These were the important events during ruling period. Okay, on 18th April 1948. 18th April 1948. Udaipur merged into United Rajasthan. That was known as Sanयुक्त Rajasthan. 18 April 1948, Udaipur was merged into United Rajasthan, and he was Maharaj Pramukh. He was declared Maharaj Pramukh. Later on, he became Deputy Maharaj Pramukh, and he was last ruler of Sisodia dynasty. These are some important facts we have to study about Maharana Bhupal Singh. 1930 to 1947, May 25, 1930, Bijolia Farmers Movement, Bengu Movement, establishment of Mewar Praja Mandal, 18 April 1948, Udaipur merged into United Rajasthan, Maharaj Pramukh, and last ruler of Sisodia. That was all we have to study about Maharana Bhupal Singh. Now, what next? Now we will study about Guhil dynasty of some other small state like Guhils of Dungarpur, Guhils of Banswara, Guhils of Pratapgarh, Guhils of Shahpura, etc. Okay, they are small dynasties, so we will study one dynasty in each class almost, as I think. So today we are going to study Guhils of Dungarpur just after Bhupal Singh. Okay. Now, we are going to study about Guhils of Dungarpur. From where Guhils of Dungarpur came, or you can say how the foundation was laid in Dungarpur. Okay, so we have studied about Samant Singh, son of Shem Singh. Okay, Samant Singh, son of Shem Singh, as you have studied from where branches were divided. At that point, we have studied about Shem Singh. So, Samant Singh was son of Shem Singh. Okay, and he moved in 12th century to Wagad. He moved to Wagad state in 12th century. As you all know, Wagad, it's a region of Dungarpur. Okay, so established a state, and in Wagad, Samant Singh, you can say laid foundation or you can say established, whatever you want to say, you can say, established a small empire. And what was the capital? Which was the capital? You can say Baroda was decided as its capital. Okay, Samant Singh in 12th century moved to Wagad, established a small empire, and Baroda was declared as capital. Now, in Baroda, Gujarat ruler Bhimdev II. Who was ruler of Gujarat at that time? Bhimdev II. He defeated Samant Singh. Okay. So, what he did? Defeated Samant Singh and handed over Baroda. After defeating Samant Singh, he handed over Baroda. Handed over Baroda. To whom? Vijaypal. Vijaypal was also of Guhil genealogy. Vijaypal was also a Guhil. So, he handed over capital Baroda to Vijaypal. Later on, in 13th century, I am talking about foundation of the state. Later on, in 13th century, descendant of Samant Singh was Jayant Singh. Jayant Singh. Who was Jayant Singh? He was descendant of Samant Singh. So in 13th century, Jayant Singh, who was a descendant of Samant Singh, re-invaded Wagad. Re-invaded Wagad, or you can say he snatched Wagad from the Vijaypal. Okay. So after Jayant Singh, heirs of Jayant Singh, who were heirs of Jayant Singh? There were two heirs of Jayant Singh. They were Sinhad Deva and Devpal. Okay. And Sinhad Deva and Devpal, they defeated Bhils to expand their empire. They defeated Bhils and expanded their empire. Who defeated Bhils? In Dungarpur, Singhadeva and Devapala defeated Bhils and expanded their empire. And they also defeated Parmaraj. Bhils and Parmaraj and expanded their empire, or you can say expanded their region. Okay, so later on, Veer Singh became king here. Who became king here? Who became ruler here? It was Veer Singh. Veer Singh became ruler, and 1286 to 1303. Okay, he defeated Dungriya Bhil. Who defeated Dungriya Bhil? Veer Singh. Okay, higher of Devapala. Who was Veer Singh? He was higher of Devapala, and he defeated Dungriya Bhil. Okay, Veer Singh defeated Dungriya Bhil. And after that, after death of Veer Singh, from 1303 to 1388, 1302 to 1388, this was the age of small rulers, and many rulers came into throne. Many rulers came to throne during period of 1303 to 1388. Some of the important or famous, you can say, were, one was Bhajund. Okay, one important ruler was Bhajund. One was Dungar Singh. And who was one more? Karam Singh. Okay, Dungar Singh and Karam Singh. Just I am explaining about the journey, how Wagad became Dungarpur. Okay, so out of these three, Bhajund, Karam Singh and Dungar Singh, this Dungar Singh was the ruler who shifted his capital. Dungar Singh shifted his capital to Dungarpur. What Dungar Singh did? He shifted his capital to Dungarpur. Okay, so what was the journey? Samant Singh, son of Shem Singh. We have studied about Samant Singh, son of Shem Singh, and in 12th century, Samant Singh moved to Wagad, established a small empire, and settled his capital at Baroda. Gujarat ruler Bhimdev II was contemporary to Samant Singh, and he defeated Samant Singh and handed over his capital to a ruler of Guhil genealogy, Vijaypal. In 13th century, Jain Singh, descendant of Samant Singh, re-invaded Wagad from descendants of Vijaypal. Heirs of Jain Singh were Singhadeva and Devapala. They defeated Bhils as well as Parmaraj to expand their empire. So who defeated Bhils and Parmaraj? Singhadeva and Devapala. So after that, a ruler came into existence or came to throne. 1286, Veer Singh, 1286 to 1303, higher of Devapala, he defeated Dungriya Bhil. Who defeated Dungriya Bhil? Veer Singh. And during time period 1303 to 1388, many small rulers came to throne. Out of them, three important rulers were Bhajund, Dungar Singh and Karam Singh. And Dungar Singh was the ruler who shifted his capital to Dungarpur. This was the journey of Bagad, from Bagad to Dungarpur. Okay, so Dungar Singh shifted his capital to Dungarpur, and state of Dungarpur was named after capital city, that was Dungarpur. Okay, so let's see. After Dungar Singh, Pratap Singh became ruler of Dungarpur. Who was the ruler after Dungar Singh? He was Pratap Singh. Okay. So next ruler was Pratap Singh. Who was the next ruler? Pratap Singh, 1398. Pratap Singh came to throne 1398. Before Pratap Singh, a small ruler again came. His name was Kannada Dev. That was not Kannada Dev of Jalore, Kannada Dev of Dungarpur. Kannada Dev. Okay, Kannada Dev. Who was Kannada Dev? Higher of Karam Singh. We have studied about the ruler Karam Singh. He was higher of Karam Singh. Kannada Dev was higher of Karam Singh, and his ruling period was 1388 to 1398. 1388 to 1398. Before this, I have mentioned about 1303 to 1388. Okay, so Kannada Dev was higher of Karam Singh, 1388 to 1398. He built. Why Kannada Dev is important? Because he built or he constructed gates of Dungarpur. Gates of Dungarpur. Who was the ruler to construct gates of Dungarpur to strengthen the security system of capital city? He was Kannada Deva, higher of Karam Singh. And these rulers were known as Ahedia. What was the name given to these rulers? Like Bhajund, Dungar Singh, Karam Singh. They were known as Ahedia because of their resemblance with the Ahad. They were related to region of Ahad. That's why they were known as Ahedia. So, this can also be an important question. Which branch of Kuhils were known as Ahedia? They were Kuhils of Dungarpur. Okay. Kannada Dev, higher of Karam Singh, 1388 to 1398. He built gates of Dungarpur and strengthened the security system of city. Okay. After that, ruler came to throne. That was Pratap Singh. Pratap Singh, year of coronation 1398 to 1424. What was the ruling period? 1398 to 1424. He was higher of Kannada Dev. Okay. Higher of Kannada Dev. Pratap Singh, 1398 to 1424, higher of Kannada Dev, known as Patta Rawal. This Pratap Singh is known as Patta Rawal. Pratap Singh was known as Patta Rawal. He built Potala Pond and Potla Gate. Potla Pond and Potla Gate, Patta Rawal Pratap Singh. Okay. Potla Pond, Potla Gate, Pratap Singh, and he established a city that was known as Pratappur, or he settled a city which was known as Pratappur. City settled down by Pratap Singh was Pratappur. After Pratap Singh, Gopinath became ruler of Dungarpur. Who was the ruler after Pratap Singh? Gopinath. What do we know about Gopinath? 1424. Here, coronation took place. It means higher of Pratap Singh. Gopinath, 1424 to 1447. Ruling period was 1424 to 1447. Okay. So, defeated by Ahmad Shah of Gujarat. What is important about Gopinath? He was defeated by Ahmad Shah, Gujarat. Which Guhind ruler of Dungarpur was defeated by Ahmad Shah of Gujarat? He was Gopinath. And compelled to pay tax. And compelled to pay tax. Who was compelled to pay tax? Gopinath, 1424 to 1447. Okay. Kumbha helped him. After that, Gopinath was the ruler helped by Kumbha. Kumbha helped him. Kumbha helped in getting free. Okay. Kumbha helped him in getting free from subordination or subjugation of Ahmad Shah, Gujarat. Okay, he built temple of Dev Somnath, Gopinath and Somnath. So, he built temple of Dev Somnath. Not temple of Somnath, it was temple of Dev Somnath. So, temple of Dev Somnath was constructed by Gopinath, and he also constructed Gap Sagar. Gap Sagar was also constructed by Gopinath. What is important about Gopinath? Kannada higher of Karam Singh 1388 to 1398. He built gates of Dungarpur. Rulers were known as Ahidya, resemblance with Ahad. Pratap Singh 1398 1424, higher of Kannada, known as Patta Rawal. Who was known as Patta Rawal? Pratap Singh. Potla Pond, Potla Gate and Pratappur. Gopinath, Gap Sagar, temple of Deva Somnath, defeated by Ahmad Shah, Gujarat and compelled to pay tax, helped by Kumbha to get free from subjugation of Ahmad Shah. Okay. This all was about Gopinath. After Gopinath, we will study about Somdas. Who was Somdas? Let's study about Somdas 1447. When Somdas became ruler 1447 and Somdas became ruler in 1447 to 1480. I was confused because in a book it was written 1448 and in another book it was written 1447. So I looked at this 1447, then decided that it must be 1447 as Somdas was hire of Gopinath, attacked by Mahmud Khilji. Somdas, attacked by Mahmud Khilji. Okay, Somdas was attacked by Mahmud Khilji and Ghiyasuddin of Malwa. Mahmud Khilji of Gujarat and Ghiyasuddin of Malwa. Okay, Mahmud Khilji defeated Somdas. Mahmud Khilji defeated Somdas and forced him to pay tax. So, Somdas was defeated and forced to pay tax. Defeated and forced or compelled to pay tax, you can write whatever you want, whether it's a compulsion or it's enforcement. Both are same in terms of history, in terms of English they are different. Okay, so defeated and forced to pay tax, he conserved art of brass sculpture. He promoted or he conserved, you can say. He conserved brass sculpture, or you can say he promoted brass sculpture. Who was Guhil of Dungarpur, who promoted brass sculpture, was Somdas. After Somdas, ruler was Ganga Das. They were Das for some time. Ganga Das, known as Ganga or Gangev. Okay. Ruler was Ganga Das, known as Ganga or Gangev. 1480 to 1497. Okay. Ganga Das, according to Vaneshwar inscription. Vaneshwar inscription is according to Vaneshwar inscription describes about Ganga Das. Vaneshwar inscription. Vaneshwar inscription describes about rule of Ganga Das, and Vaneshwar inscription, what Vaneshwar inscription describes about Ganga Das? He defeated ruler of Idar. Ruler of Idar, what was the name of ruler? Bhan. It is said as Bhan, or you can say Bhan. In Hindi, he is written as Bhan. So Ganga Das, Gangev, Vaneshwar inscription describes about Ganga Das. He defeated ruler of Idar, Bhan. Okay, next one was Uday Singh, 1497 to 1527. Uday Singh. What we have to study about Uday Singh? Uday Singh was the ruler who divided Dungarpur into two parts. Who was the ruler who divided Dungarpur into two parts? He was Uday Singh. When coronation took place 1497 to 1527. This was the ruling period of Uday Singh. He got martyrdom in Khanwa. Uday Singh fought for Rana Sanga, where at Khanwa, and got martyrdom. Who was the ruler of Dungarpur who got martyrdom in Khanwa or fought for Rana Sanga? Answer is Uday Singh, 1497 to 1527. Okay, he divided Wagad into two parts. He divided Wagad into two parts. Why he divided? Because he shared the state between his two sons, western part and eastern part. Divided two part. One was western part. Okay, western part was given to elder son Prithviraj. Western part was given to elder son Prithviraj. And eastern part was given to younger son Jagmal. Prithviraj and Jagmal state was divided among his two sons. One was Prithviraj, who received western part, and another was Jagmal, who received eastern part. Okay, so Prithviraj was ruler 27 to 1549, and Jagmal we will study in Guhils of Banswara. Why? Because western part was named as Dungarpur and eastern part was known as Banswara. Okay. Western part was known as Dungarpur, eastern part was known as Banswara, and Jagmal became ruler of Banswara. Okay, this was all till division of Dungarpur and Banswara. I mean to say, Wagad state was divided into two small states. One was Dungarpur, another was Jagmal. So, after Wagad became Dungarpur, we will study about some more kings in the next class, and then we will study about Guhil rulers of Banswara. Thank you. Have a nice day. All the best.